What else?
They're not judgmental.
Absolutely. What else? They are everything that we are not. They don't have a single inch of a belief that they could be wrong. They are fully convinced that this is their birthright, whatever that they're asking for. And they show that on their face, they show that on their voice. They're very precise what they want, because for their world, there is no other option than to get what I want. And then we teach them that, no, darling, not everything you want you actually get in this life. There is something called right, there's something called wrong. I still have the power. So that natural child personality literally demands attention, and the logic is fresh and active. And when they debate, they're probably free of their emotions. Like, you will not find that sometimes the kid would cry and make a lot of noise because he know the noise is a technique to get what they want. But when they want to use logic, and if you talk to logic to a child, emotions are always on the side. He speaks, tell me, convince me, why? I want an ice cream. You said I need an ice cream. There's an ice cream shop. It's hot. He connects the dots, right? So what is important is that we all need to feel and become kids when it comes for a debate. The kid will not take a side of a point just for the sake of it. He would have a very logic sense behind it. So we need also to always understand that when we grow up, sometimes for religious purposes, political purposes, economical purposes, sometimes we took positions and we defend on certain opinions when we don't have enough logic behind it, nor enough information behind it. But I feel like since I was a child, I was told that this is the way it is. So I defend sometimes opinion without building myself. So we need always to remember, to become a good debate, you cannot start from now. To become a good debater, you cannot start from now. You need to start from a child mindset. And then build from that moment. Take what the child has and then build that knowledge and that smartness and skills that you have. Now, the second thing I want you to know, whenever you are a member in a club, you have two roles. You are either a member in the club or an officer leader in the club. So I want each participant here to rename himself just to make a mark. So let's say yourself, the role of your club, if you are a president, or maybe make a mark like officer or execom. I just want to know who among us is a member in a club and who among us is an executive committee in a club. Now, I'll give you time to do that, but in the meantime, why am I starting with this one? This is what most executive committee members of clubs that they miss. When you are an executive committee member, when you are supporting the president running the club, you are under the spotlight. Your actions are examples to others, or I hope they are. So when it comes for debate contest, when it comes for your club hosting a debate contest, you are automatically under the spotlight. The debater teams, the team who are organizing and participating, should have the executive committee members on top of them. Unless someone like Anoop have already experienced it few years, they need to be the first to go forward. So I've experienced myself a lot of excuses called, no, I need to arrange the judges, so I can't be part of the contest. I need to arrange the venue, which is Zoom anyways, but I can't be part of the contest. I already know the topics, I cannot be part of the contest. Sometimes we bring excuses to avoid being part of the contests. So your second point that I want you to keep in mind all the time is that if you are an executive committee member, you need to lead by example by stepping forward when it comes for organizing a contest in your club and when it comes for participating. So to get your skills as a debater, you need to become a child. But to organize the contest, you need to take on the responsibilities of being a leader. And the leader takes on the responsibility and run the show himself. Now, I see so far that, okay, whoever has not renamed themselves, I assume they are members, right? Not executive committees. Shaiji, okay, no problem. Now, do I have the right to share my screen? I'm unable to rename myself. Okay, Rebecca, no problem. We'll blame that on Anup. He is the one spoiled all our devices. Okay, so can I share my screen? Guess what? Yes, I can. This is brilliant. I feel the power. I guess you can see my screen, right? Yes, you can, because I can see it on the other account. Fantastic. Okay, what are we talking about here? We're gonna keep this session into 4 main points, 4 specific points. How to be aware of the debate contest formalities, to become aware of the speaking components of each speaking role, and what should be done or not done when you are crafting or delivering your debate speech, what judges are looking for. Now, if you have anything else you would be expecting, please share it on the chat box. And I believe this session can be recorded for quality and customer service improvement purposes. Hazem, can you record this session? So
we are recording, Sami.
Oh, oops. You should have told me before I said whatever I said. Okay. And I would ask later Anup, the master in editing videos, to take the parts that we feel is important to be shared with the members, because I feel that whatever we were going to discuss today needs to be added to each club legacy or the area YouTube channel, so the clubs can later refer to it. And here I'm going to talk something that sometimes area leaders like our beloved area director may turn his face around when I bring it, because I always go from like the area or the division or the Toastmasters fraternity gives expectations to the club. I always go in the side of the club members by always challenging the need to do a club contest for a debate in your club. I am someone who's standing on the club side, and I always raise this debate. Why do we have to have a club debate contest? So I want all the executive committee members to step by my side for a minute. Just because the area is expecting us to do a debate contest, we shouldn't just do it for the sake of it. If you cannot build a case you can convince with, a case you can debate with yourself and with other team in your club, as of why should the club take the effort and do a club debate contest and win that debate? I would say don't do this debate. There is a reason why. Because most of the clubs I met and I experienced, they don't have this first moment of debate by asking the question, why should we even have it from the first place? And they end up conducting an experience that just for the sake of ticking the box. And that's the last thing we want any club to do, is to conduct a club debate contest in your club to tick the box. Because you can always have the option to nominate speakers and move on. That is always the option. And by the way, that's the option for prepared speech, humorous speech, table topic speech, any contest at your club level. TMI allow you to nominate members to go to the next level. So it is very important for us as team to build a strong case as of why should we have a debate contest at our club. And I like also to introduce different reasons as of why should we do that. In addition to what Toastmasters had to offer. Yes, we need to select the best speakers. So if our clubs has got many members, obviously some of them needs to move on to the next level. We cannot vote on that. If 2 members are ready to participate, 3 members are ready to participate, we cannot vote. We need to conduct the contest. If we conduct the contest, it must be conducted as per TMI rules and regulations and guidelines. Therefore, the event has to take place. But let's look at it from another angle as well. We never give a chance to our members until we reach the end of the first half of the year to really experience working as a team when it comes for speaking. So I want you to build that logic to understand why is it really a unique opportunity to call your club members and give them this chance to experience working together as a speaker team. Because debate contest is about teamwork, not about one-man show. And it's also adding the variety to the training program. But I ask you now, can you give me more reasons why should your club have a debate contest? Especially those who rename themselves as a club officers. Now you know why I ask you to rename yourself. Why? Do you have reasons why should you conduct the club contest as a debate contest? Now, if you don't have a reason in your mind, I urge you to build this case and work for it. And I can give you hundreds of reasons.
Can I go for it?
Please go for it.
So first of all, I think as a XCOM member, it builds, if you are part of a debate team and if you practice debating, it improves your decision-making skills. It improves your critical thinking. So I think we also understand the way to logically put our arguments, especially in committees, those kind of decision-making, points within the club and beyond.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Anoop. Now, you fall into my trap, Anoop. Your answer was an experience of how to reply to a debatable question. Now, did you notice how Anoop started by saying, I think? He's polite. He's optional, giving you the choice to disagree or agree, which is not the debate style we would like to implement. Having the assertiveness to say, debate contest is an opportunity beyond any opportunity to look after your members from the angle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is why we need to do it for my club, because my club needs to experience 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's to leave no choice, no option, but to implement it. It's to believe in its need, its importance. So who wants to give me another trial? Why should we conduct a debate contest? Now, practically, if we cannot experience now at this stage as club officers, as leaders, why should we have the club debate? Now you have that as a reason why you should have a club debate, because your debating skills needs a lot of improvements. And the debate contest is the way you improve it. So if you are seated now behind the screen and you are unable to interact with me, it's because you had not been able to interact to defend any rights you had, maybe at work, maybe at your life. Maybe sometimes you give up the argument so quickly, so easily, because you're so nice and you don't want to create a conflict. So let's come up to this practical moment of truth, I would say. I am raising a topic here. Why should we have a club debate contest from the first place? Who wants to answer me? And who wants to match my level of conviction that this is not something we need to have? Come on, who wants to give it a try? Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. You just need to unmute yourself and Adnan.
Yes. Okay. What I know about debate is that there is a point and I need to persuade others to think about, or there is a point that I need others to understand, or to believe in what I am, to believe in my letter, to believe in my thought,
Fantastic. Thank
yeah.
you. Correct, Adnan. You are absolutely correct. Now, everyone pay attention. My question was, why do we have to conduct a debate contest? And Adnan answered, what's in it in the debate contest? And what's in it in the debate itself, right? Now, this is an example, Adnan, of answering a debatable question without listening carefully to the question. And most of us as debaters fail in the debate because we rush to answer what's in our mind before we filter, is it that topic that's expected? So if we don't listen to the topic correctly, if we don't discuss it with our both ears open and functioning, because they are naturally open, yeah? Your ears are naturally open, but not naturally functioning. Your mind can be on some other planet. So now I ask very simple question. Why should we have a club debate contest? You're still in the mode of what's the value in me, and you answered on what's in your mind, because you're still in the previous question I spoke about related to what's in it for the members. Anoop, I would love to give you a chance, but we have Toastmaster Rebecca first. You wanted to say something? Go ahead.
Yes, Sami. So I personally believe that this Toastmasters platform is for the speakers, you know, so we hone our speaking skills at the Toastmasters club, and debate is the next level. So if all the members have honed their speaking skills, public speaking skills, so to say, what's in it for them? Because they want to hone their skills further. So we give them extra candy, which is in a way of debating skills. So we say that, okay, we give them a 360 degree. Now you are already good at, or probably not very good, maybe you have a reasonable public speaking skills. Now you take this one. So in a way, it will help retain the club membership of the members, you know, because it will be interesting for them. Their engagement will be more. And we would have our members who are not only the speakers, but they are good debaters also. So it will be a personal development for them.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, Rebecca, you've just shared reasons why we should have the contest, but I can debate these reasons. You said that members are going to renew their membership because we give them debate contests. Do you have any evidence? Do you have any statistics? Do you have any proof that some members renew their membership because of the debate contest? Now that's the mistake sometimes we fall in. We build facts in our mind and experience, but we don't support it with evidences, statistics, numbers. So you have the passion, you have the body language, you have the voice that believes in what you want to say, but without facts, without statistics, without numbers or articles supported in Toastmasters International, or numbers provided by your area directors, or your club experience a decline in members before and an increase in members after, your debate becomes open for an attack in every single corner. In fact, sometimes in our club contest, the debate can be, in any club contest, the debate can be erased only because it does not have facts. Some of the replies may be to debate like yours. I don't even see why I should waste my time replying to your debate that is not even built on any fact nor supported with any numbers. Thank you very much. Next. So sometimes whenever we are driven for the reason why we need to do a debate, we need to build that fact. If you did not know this information, then that's additional reason why you should be the first to participate in your club debate contest. That means there is a lot about assertive communication that you need to learn. Anoop, what would you like to say?
Well, I have three things. First thing is to represent the club, the best team that can go forward in representing the club. Second one is giving the team a chance to work as team, and also to break the routine and provide variety. I'm not saying this, I'm quoting this by the slide that is being presented by Toastmasters Sami. The other reason why we should conduct the club debate contest is because Toastmasters International believes in it, and they have published, and it's not a 1 or 2 year old publication. It is from the 1967 publication. So there are enough reasons why we should believe in creating a club contest, especially a debate contest.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So now, Anoop, as you saw, learned the lesson and knew that I'm putting you in the spot, on the spot, and try to work his way out again, which is good. Very organized, very specific, and he stopped before we kick him out. Because in debate, you have limited time, and if you continue, you're kicked out, literally kicked out of the stage. And that's why, no matter how strong your logic is, you need to limit your time and say what you want to say and walk out with your dignity intact, rather than you being silent in the process. And even if your case was strong, if I'll come and say, sorry, Toastmaster Anoop, off you go next, it's not going to look nice for Anoop, even though he's got the strongest case among all of us. Now, participate or not participate in a club contest is entirely your choice. Help your club conduct a club contest or not is entirely your choice. But if you were not able, and again I'll repeat myself, if you were not able to engage with me in this session, and you felt your mind was not ready early morning on Friday to pick up topics and interact with me, it means you are the first one who need to be part of your debate contest at the club level, because that debating skill is a life-saving, job-saving, and sometimes, trust me, marriage-saving. But I can't claim evidence on that since I have not entered the golden cage yet. Now, what's in it for the club members? What is the value for my club members? What would they gain out of it? I want you to challenge yourself with this, because today we just experienced that listening skills is essential in a debate, and we don't really feel how important is it unless we fall in a mistake and reply to a topic that is not actually what was given to us. Yes, table topic gives us the same experience, but a table topic speaker, a table topic champion, does not become a debate champion, not necessarily. The real experience under pressure is not just audience watching you. It's two interesting things, ladies and gentlemen. A debate is you speak for a specific goal. So you have to hold all the words that is not going to help you reach to your goal. And you have to stick to the words that's going to get you to your goal. And the second point is it's limited by a very short time, and you want to reach a specific goal in a very short time. That's a lot of pressure if you have not experienced it. You've never been into a real public speaking gym before. It's the first experience for a club member to join team with others and literally work with them to communicate a specific point. And that itself is a unique experience. I urge all the club officers who are going to help promote club contests in your club, please don't push your members to participate. Encourage them instead. Motivate them. Give them the reason. We always go through the pushing style of Toastmasters. We stand behind people. Come on, everyone, let's go for it. Whoa, only why you're not participating? Come on. A debate contest cannot be persuasive contest. You cannot persuade someone in a debate. You have to convince him. You have to talk to his logic. You cannot push him to do it. So if you as a club, if you're a club president, build your debate, to debate your case to your officers, build your logic, how you are going to emotionally and logically affect your club members to motivate them to participate, to change their mindset, to make them believe in this step, not just to do it because it's in our agenda, because we promised the area, because we have to do it. So if your club contest or a club mock contest or club mock debate is about to be prepared, relook at what are you doing on the ground. Are you just pushing your members, like gathering members, come on members, let's all go, who wants to participate, who wants to participate? Or you are talking to each one and sending private messages and creating a PR campaign to list down, and you bring reasons from your creativity, from your belief to build that case, because that is also part of your debate. Just like I started my training today from the very first slide, putting a debate on the floor, you need to remember that the minute you decide to hold a debate contest, your debate has just begun. And that's what you experience in Toastmasters. This is not a tick the box exercise. And again, I say, if you feel you are pushed by your leaders, and again, I say it, like me or not, if you feel you are pushed by your leader to do something, please don't do it. I am a Toastmaster for more than 13 years because I don't have a boss. I do it because it adds to my muscles. It makes me a better person. I love it. And I love being a better person. There's nothing more exciting in life than becoming better every day. The minute Toastmasters become a job, I can't breathe anymore. So you gotta understand this and you gotta believe in it. You build this so that your heart comes into it. Now, I ask you to think. Do you have a strong case to present to your members individually to convince them that this is a chance for them they should not miss? Be creative and work together as a team and come up with reasons why this annual debate contest is an opportunity, not a task. And I must emphasize on this because that is the starting point, ladies and gentlemen, to have a successful debate contest experience. And Rebecca, that's what clubs miss. They hold club contests for a debate, but they forget to make it memorable experience. And how you make it memorable experience? By preparing your audience as of why we are there from the first place. By analyzing that debate contest and getting the skills out of it and making analysis from it and making knowledge shared, create a PR campaign before, during, and after. Create a communication channel with members before and after. Is by not taking anything for granted. Just because we had a club contest, wow, what a club contest. No, a club contest can be a great experience because you have Toastmaster Hazim and Stephen and Sami and Anup and. But for a member who joined yesterday, it wasn't, because he doesn't know what we are trying to get him, what we are trying to offer him. Unless he's been told and communicated and put on the same page, it won't make sense to him, right? So I close this part of my training by asking the club members, executive committees and members, find 101 reasons why you want to hold a contest in your club. And the fact that you were unable to silence me in the first 2 slides is an evidence that a lot of us needs it. A lot of us needs to develop that talent of assertiveness communication. A lot of us needs to build reasons why should we succeed in life, and that is one of the ways to do it. A lot of us needs to understand that the debate contest comes once a year in these formalities, and this is a chance to experience something unique personally, not just watch it or watch through club contests. So build the case you want to build. If you need to step up and ask the area to help in this designing this PR campaign, in brainstorming, and put more reasons to your club members, please do that. And if you are not convinced as a club officer to do it, and the area failed to convince you to do it, please don't do it. And mark my words, the training is recorded. If the area could not debate about the point in power and convince you to do it, that means you shouldn't do it. Because the last thing we want to do in our Toastmaster journey is to end up taking the box exercise. Now we're getting into a part where we talk about the formalities of how things work. There are 3 people in every debate, formalities. Now, tell me something. What do you think of the first character you see in front of you? The gentleman, the first one on top. Come on, guys. If you have not fallen asleep yet, I want you to tell me, what does this face tell you?
Looks nervous.
The first one looks nervous. What else?
Looks like he's already on the stage and speaking,
Okay.
because his lips are open.
Fantastic. He could be eating, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, Adnan.
He is trying to express an idea or to explain something.
All right. Now, what about the second one?
He is
Looks
also
like-
explaining.
Little bit more confident, right?
Yeah.
Does he seem like he's making fun out of someone or something or a topic?
Yeah, like that he has figured it out, like he has an answer. He has a reply to the.
And he's super confident and he's got that sarcasm in him?
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
a sarcastic look. Yes.
Okay.
Not a sarcastic,
Now,
but then kind of a.
what about that third lady?
She's like, you guys are wrong. Come on. That's the kind of expression.
So there is a sarcasm and confidence at the same time,
Yes.
but she seemed to have the whole dots connected, right?
Yes.
Now, these 3 characters can be any of you in the next few weeks. And the first character can actually be any new club member. The second character is highly recommended to be a senior and experienced member.
Mm.
The third character can be a new member, but needs to be a little bit talented member. And these are the formalities of our debate. The opening speaker, his job is to state the team case with facts, figures, and logic. He may not be that 100% confident person. He may be a little shaky, but he's got the smart brain to organize the facts and put it all together. He's good in research, so when he researched the topics, he can support his facts with evidence. Now that can be any member. The second role player, called rebuttal speaker, he needs to have this argumental style, the charismatic style, and we're going to analyze each and every personality together here so that we have a better understanding on what the role is. And the closing speaker, some of the team cases, has already heard from the opponents, has heard from the team, her team, and putting all together. So she figured it out completely. She's got the full picture. She's more excited than anyone else before. Okay? Now we have in the formalities, in every battle, someone said, okay, that's a question. We'll come back to it later. So we have a battle here for the contest. So this is the battlefield, a field that can be your online Zoom. It can be physical table, physical meeting room. But here we have 2 teams. Of course, Toastmasters International has, or in general, the debate contests has multiple versions. We are talking about here a debate of 3 team versus 3 team. Now, the 3 teams are going to have the similar rules we highlighted before. Each team will have an opening. Each team will have a role called rebuttal and a closing. Now, what do you see something special about these teams? Come on. Anoop, don't talk. Hazim, don't talk. I'm asking other members, especially those who did not participate. What do you see something about this team? What do you see in the screen? Okay, does anyone doesn't have an answer to what can you see something in the screen? Can you spot something on the screen? Now, why I'm asking this question? No, not Anoop. Anoop, don't talk. Anyone wants to answer? Okay, if you don't know the answer, it is because you want to pay attention all the time. When there is a debate contest taking place, you want your eyes and your ears to work together. You want them to work as a team. Look in the details. Look in every word that was shared by your team. Every slide, every moment, every point makes a big difference. Here you can see my face as a secondary button, if you haven't seen it. I listed there and see if you will spot it out or not. So if you're not, if you didn't, you just need a cup of coffee. That's all what you need. Trust me. How does the speaking contest formalities takes place? We have 2 teams. Team for the topic, we call them the affirmative team. So we have a topic. Should we have a debate contest or not? You have a debate, a team that is affirmative team talking on behalf of the topic, and you have the negative team talking against the topic. And then the dance begins. The first dancer on the stage is someone speaks for the topic. Now, in Toastmasters, I think they'll correct me if I'm wrong, Hazim, but sometimes we check which is which, who's beginning first. But I believe we always start with the affirmative team, and the affirmative speaker delivers a speak of 3 minutes, which means the team together, 3 of them, sits before the contest and prepare. Therefore, the organizers, when you organize the contest, you want to create a space, which we will come to speak about later through Toastmaster Sharon, how you will create that environment online for your team debate to meet together and discuss, to prepare 3 minutes speech, which we will come to see what does it include. That speaker, A, when he stands there and whatever he says, he finishes his speech, comes the chance for the second team to bring up their topics. Now, this is when some people make mistakes. The opening speech may have more adrenaline in their blood at that moment, and they end up commenting on what the first speaker said. That's a big mistake. You don't want to do that, because as an opening speaker, stick to your role. Your role is just take the topic, team negative stand against the topic, build facts and figures, say it in your best way, as if no one is listening, as if there is not even a debate. Don't even think you are addressing the opponent's team. You are addressing an audience, and act like you are the only speaker on the stage. Now, me, Sami, as a second speaker in the second team, because the first team spoke first, so the second round of speaking, we give the chance to the against team, the other team, to speak first. Now, what am I going to speak about? I'm going to attack the points of which the opening had, and also support the points that my colleague had. This is when I finish after 3 minutes. The second speaker from the other team, the rebuttaler, speaks again about the topics that my teammate has just spoken about. So now the both teams are equal. They both had a chance to put their arguments and facts on the table, and the both teams had their topics sliced and attacked and debated over. Now comes the last round, where the third speaker gets to summarize whatever was said before from her team against and with her team only. So who have spoken on behalf of the two lovely ladies we have on the screen? The lady with a big smile on the face, she had speaker number A from the fourth topic, and she has the rebuttaler. The rebuttaler was attacking that points of that speaker. Her material is built from this content. She cannot bring a topic of her own. Example, if a topic, if an opening speaker said something that the rebuttaler did not attack, and he could have easily attacked, the closing speaker cannot bring that topic and attack. Be very careful. She's got only to summarize backward exactly what was spoken upon by her teams. Which means if you are the closing speaker, take your words from the lips of your own team only. Again, I repeat, when you are a rebuttaler, if you are a rebuttaler in the contest, don't listen to the opponents, whatever they say. Let them say whatever they want. It doesn't matter to you. What matters to you, what your first speaker spoke and what the rebuttaler attacked the other opinion. This is when you need to hear carefully and build your topic, because you're going to summarize the opinions that was shared. Now let's take this a little bit further in details. What kind of characteristics you want to have for the opening speaker role? Someone who's actually built on logic, little confident, can take up this mission forward. Provide that contrast, the base of their opinion. Stick to 3 minutes, maximum 4 minutes. Depends on the timing being given to the contests. Being clear, to the point. There is absolutely no need for drama, no need for a lot of stories that are personal. You just need to stick to the point. If your personal story is relevant, you'll say it in a very specific way, not a sarcastic way. Be a direct stand, be assertive, and that's what later you will learn from other speakers and from practice, how to stand up and speak what exactly the topic that you stand up for, and be very specific, because today we're not going to go through a debate specific skills if you are building the content on top, but what in general a debate need to have. You always need to build three supportive points. Any points that you address, any opinions that you put on forward can be easily attacked by your opponents if you are not backing yourself up with evidence and proofs. If you said smokers are the highest of having heart attack, and we all experience this through the people we've seen around us, in the office, at home, and even in the public park. And I don't support that by a point. The rebuttaler can say, I don't know in which land Toastmaster Sami was living, and I don't understand in which park he was walking and in which house he was living, and where did he get this facts from, and I don't really see a reason why should I waste my time answering such arguments which is built on nothing but dreams and illusions. He can literally slice my topic out apart and throw me in the dustbin if I don't back myself up with evidences, if I don't share real facts that supports me. So whenever you are training or debating, preparing a debate, always know the facts you want to develop. Now here I want to tell a few tips quickly that you can always, as a team, build some facts and make it as a trick to the other teams. So you can build some facts and research against these facts. So play the double heads effect, and become the enemy of yourself, and think in the foot of your contestants. How would they battle you back? And prepare topics so that you can influence their rebuttaler, and therefore you can have your rebuttaler attacks. So can you begin to see the strategy, how it works? That's the beauty of why a team, when they work to debate, they can really plan how they are going to build their stand and how they can influence the stand of their opponents, so that they will have the other team moving. It's like a chess game, having them taking few steps so that their rebuttaler can attack them, because the rebuttaler cannot guess what is the opening speaker is going to be about, right? But you can always trigger their legs in it, especially when your topic opens subjects that they did not thought about, and they end up, after being prepared, adding an additional point because they're so excited to add this last minute point you just spoke about. You can actually trigger your team to get overtime. You can trigger your team to lose focus on the main goal. So there's a lot we can learn as a team when we work together while crafting that speech. And if you don't see that experience, try it yourself. There's so much of knowledge on how assertiveness and research and conspiracy and techniques that can build a strategy to make you a winning speech. Always, as a speaker in a debate, always emphasize on the topic right at the beginning. Me, Sami, from a team XYZ, specify that you are speaking against the topic. Reiterate your topic stand all the time. We are, and avoid to make it generic. Why not avoid the topic? We are against having online schooling going forward beyond December 2020. And the reason why we are against this movement is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And always re-emphasize that you are against continuing online schooling beyond December 2020. Re-emphasize that all the time. Whom do we want to have there? Someone who's got the character to have the best impression. You can use notes for sure, but don't rely on it 100%. Look at the audience with confidence, but that can be also you. Very important point, if you are an opening speaker, don't worry about the rebuttaling part of it, because you have your friend backing you up. He's going to support you, and he's going to fight the points that are going to be raised by the opponents. You just say what you want to say with complete confidence, passing the ball to your next team. The guy who's more confident, more characteristics, is going to respond to the counter attack. He's going to respond by supporting your points and attacking the points of the others. Now, timer, if I'm getting close to the time, just notify me, please, not through the chat, but notify me by voice, because I'm seeing a lot of chat, so I'm not distracted by it. There are so many questions there. So the rebuttaler speaker needs to respond, react, right? So when he reacts against the topics that were said, and he reacts in favor of what you said. He supports your points as opponent, so he's in your team as well. Again, he needs to stay for 3 minutes. Show authority and authenticity, sometimes sarcasm. So that's why we always leave the strongest position, the most effective person who's got the charisma, the confidence to speak in the rebuttaler, because he can, at that point, attack. He's responding to the opponent team only and supporting his own team. If you speak as a rebuttaler, after the other rebuttaler have spoken, do not get into that emotional trap and talk and attack the points that he addressed. Never do that. Try to stick to your goal, because by sticking to your goals, you will understand that you are already a winner. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in a debate contest, if you stick to the goal you are expected to do, Even if your conviction level was not so strong, you are on the way to win. Because if your opponents miss the target and spoke about what he's not supposed to do, judges are going to mark them down. And you don't want that down to be in your team, because your team might do a great job and you don't stick to your goals. You cause the team to lose the debate. And of course, you'll have to live with it. No new points to be addressed at this point, unless and until it's linked to the rebuttal case. Reiterate the topic, stand on regular pace. Don't forget that you are supporting the positioning of what your opponent, your teammate said. So if you stood up there and you said against instead of for, you screwed the whole game. So be careful. Re-emphasize where are you standing and why are you standing there, and what the others should also change and follow your way. You can reference the statement made by opponents, opening speaker. Yes, you can reference the statements made by your teammate. Yes, but you cannot come up with your own point again. You cannot bring your own point, fresh point that was not addressed by either or the two guys. So as a rebuttaler, you have two people speaking before you. You need to take from them the content, not from your own mind. That's a very interesting point and very important point, because if you thought of additional point, let me just put this extra evidence, it may actually backfire and make you lose points. You need somebody who's show stealer, execute with confidence, and respectful with his humor. He makes fun out of the topic, but not personal, because you shouldn't and must not and shall not be accepted or tolerated by judges if you address the points directly to your debaters by making fun out of them. For example, Toastmaster Anoop, I don't know where you got this point from, but I don't know from which wonderland are you living in, where you brought this point. That's a very sarcastic and personal. I truly respect where Toastmaster Anoop is making his point from. I just don't know where is it from, as it was not supported by either facts nor numbers, not even logic. So I wonder where did he brought it from. Now that's respectful and acceptable, but still attacking. So you want to find that balance, not to go over the limits. Now the closing speaker is somebody who's ready, prepared. She's got two files. Why two files? Because one is what her first teammate said, and the other one, what's the opponent of her teammate also said. She's collecting their whole points together and addressing a summary. A summary, only a summary. Ladies and gentlemen, just imagine. A speech that goes for 8 minutes. The first 3 minutes are the introduction. The second 3 minutes are the body. And the last 2 minutes are the summary. Every time the summary brings a new topic, you're no longer a summary, right? So as a summary speakers, you do not want to have summarize the topic that you just emphasized on. You don't want that. That's the last thing you want to have. You want to stick to the points. You want to summarize the opening, summarize the rebut, and come with a final statement. Just like a normal summarizing a speech, just like a normal speech. So when you're doing the training to your members, always observe and pay attention to what the rebuttaler, because if the closing speaker got emotional and added just one more logical reason that was not mentioned by either or, you almost lose 30 points. State the claim with conviction, with assurance, with an out loud voice that cannot be doubted. and no new points whatsoever. And we will emphasize on this over and over again. Your objective is thus to refresh the memories of the judges of what the points that was said and how it makes total sense. You need someone who's confident, someone who's spontaneous, someone with voice modulation, so someone literally talented and maybe a new Toastmaster, but really talented to fill in that shoe. Now, I want to say something here. If you are getting your club members to play this role and they are not who they are, if they are not who they are, you can always get them to experience it. Okay? Don't say Toastmaster Sami said, don't give them rules. They are not ready for it. No, they are ready for it. But please give them enough training and give them more confidence after the event so that they don't feel, and again, I want to emphasize on this very important point, they don't feel that they cause failure to their team. You need to help clearing that emotional effect on, oh my God, I screwed up and the team screwed up because of me. Work that out. That's why it is really important to have communication with members before, during, and after. Ladies and gentlemen, many members have quit Toastmasters after the debate because they felt they failed miserably and they could cause failure to their team. Especially when I experienced members blaming other members for failure. You may not have experienced that, but I did. I've seen it myself. Members being told I was blamed for letting my team fail. Please don't do that. Don't get emotional if your team loses. In fact, be the leader who will motivate and inspire before, during, and after. And always record your practices so that you learn from it. Because after all, we are not debaters to win the debate. The real debate is here in this life. The debate you have within yourself that tells you you have to fail and quit your job or quit your dreams. Not the debate we have as a Toastmasters. Remember always that just a practice, a gym, a platform to improve and get better, not a place where we can win or lose. What are the judges looking for? You have 70% is the content of what you work on and 30% the delivery. And the 70% content is actually team effort, team effort. We have the debate, development, content. Are we building a strong case? Is it structured, organized? Does it have supportive material? Does it have value for audience? Does it make sense? Is it logical? Is it conviction? Is it convincing? Is it believable? Or is it out of la la land? Does it have effective? Do I see team coordination? Do I see strong opening remarks, strong rebuttal, strong conclusion? Did the team players stick to their rules? Because you lose 20%. If one person make a mistake, you lose as a team 20%. And remember, in the club contest, we select the best speakers to form the team.
Now let us look at.
Is someone trying to warn me about the time? Okay, that was a mistake. No problem. Welcome, Mina. So if you are looking at your team, if you are a good speaker in your team, but your team did not win at club level, don't worry because you will be nominated to join the team of the area to represent. So always pay attention to your voice, manner, and correctness. You need to have a passion, excitement, enthusiasm, and pronunciation that are strong and convincing statements. So your voice should always have that confidence in it, not the doubts. And I really don't know, but yeah, I want to be a nice person, you know, but not really that much. That sound is not going to help making you that convincing voice. Few things you need to do or you don't as a speaker. Just because you are good in table topics, that doesn't make you a debate speaker. Never let the ego take over you. Use notes. There's no harm of doing so. Avoid addressing opponent's team as my team, by my team or my role player. That's not what you want to say. Okay? Mention my worthy opponent, our opponents, our opposing team. Give them the respect of their title of what and why they are here. They are here because they are the opposing team. The guy, the gentleman seated in front of you is your opponent, so he's your opponent. Address him with respect. For sure, for sure, for sure, don't use the word you when you talk to them. What you just said now, or him, what we all heard him saying, no, these are all disrespectful. Avoid them, because judges are going to take your mother a little bit down, and that of course will affect your team numbers.
Sami, we need
Mr.
to
Sami?
wrap up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay, did I overshoot the time big time or no? Just stop now.
it's okay, we can manage. We'll cut the break.
Okay, just 2 minutes then. So fully embrace the topic, believe in it, even if you don't. Speak about it like it's a matter of life or death. And at any cost, if you are an opening speaker or closing speaker, at any cost, do not add new ideas. Now, you have role players that you need for sure. You will understand the need for role players through the other session, which is going to be more of technical. But of course, you need judges. The area contest, the area team will support you with judges. You need role players like a moderator, and also the area will support you with that. But all the roles that is going to be needed will be addressed through the second topic. And now, all I just shared with you is now open for a debate. We had few questions, so do we have time for questions now or later at the end?
Sami will do the question and answer at the end.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope I did justice to this training, and I hope you got out of it what hopefully you were expecting, and I hope I did not cross too many red lines for the area and the division leaders. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sami, for that comprehensive guidance, motivation. You showed us the how and, of course, the why we need to conduct a debate contest. Thank you so much. And I'm sure all of us will benefit from this. We're going to have a Q&A session at the end of this segment. Now, right now, I think what we will do is we will move into the next segment, which is talking about taking control of Zoom, especially for conducting debate contests. So without much ado, let us get into the next segment, which is done by a Toastmaster who is a professional at managing contests, events, debate contests. You can depend on her. She's super helpful. She's none other than our Toastmaster of the Year 2019-20, Toastmaster Sharon Kuruvilla. Over to you, Sharon.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anup, for that lovely introduction. Good morning, my dear Division L members. So now we have heard a lot of points about why a club needs to conduct a debate and why it is very important for the members, etc., and the nuances of how the opening speaker, the rebuttal, and the concluding speaker, what they have to do. Now it comes to the contest organization. Now, before I move on to the Zoom technical aspects, I just wanted to tell you all something. This is an uncharted area which we are going into. This is the first time that the clubs are going to have their contest online. So there are some trial and errors that we can do, and we can always help them out in organizing better. So let me just share the presentation with you so that we can go one by one. I hope my presentation is visible. I can see any thumbs up? No? Yes, there you go. So now, before we move on to any other, first you need all the organizers and the members need to update their Zoom app. So that where do you go and do it? If people don't know where exactly you have to go, you open your Zoom app. There is a place where you can see your profile picture. Down there, you just check for updates. Just make sure that you are updated. The latest version of Zoom, which is being used, is 5.3. So just make sure that you are updated. Now, after this, now while you are scheduling a meeting, now scheduling a meeting has become very easy for everybody because last 6 to 7 months you have been doing that. So I don't have to teach you how to schedule a meeting. Now, what has to be done differently for a debate contest? That is what I'm going to show you. Now, scheduling is the same. The only thing is when you are recording, the settings for the recording, that needs to be changed. Now, usually we have one speaker on screen always, who has to be highlighted or spotlighted. So here in a debate, as you all know, in an actual debate, you will have 6 speakers on stage with the moderator and the timers are here. So we need to have a gallery view. So the cloud recording needs to be customized accordingly. So always remember, earlier we used to have the record active speaker with shared screen. Here you can either go for record gallery view with shared screen, or you can, if you want to have separate videos, you can always have that as well. So you can either choose, go for this or this option, record active speaker, gallery view and shared screen separately. This is something that you need to do before you start the meeting. That is during the time of scheduling or after the time of scheduling. So this is the only difference from the normal scheduling that you do. Now we come to the once the meeting starts. In a normal meeting, we usually go ask the people to be on speaker view. You put the spotlight and people are all the participants are thrown into the speaker view. Now here in debate, we want them to be on gallery view. The reason why, we will have 6 plus the 7 to 8 videos on, just to try and simulate how actual physical debate happens. So we'll have all the videos on. So who all are the people who are involved in a debate? So there are 3 people from the affirmative side, 3 people from the negative side. So altogether 6 debaters, the debate moderator, and then we'll have 2 timers. Now the 2 timers, the reason why we are having 2 timers is because one is a backup. Now one person is a backup, but we also need that person to do one more thing. That is, that person will have to mute the speaker after they have crossed the 10 seconds grace period. So for the opening and the rebuttal speaker, after they've crossed the 3 minutes and 10 seconds, the timer will be muting that person. So that is one thing that the backup timer will be doing. So we need to have 2 timers, and their videos should also be on. Only one, the first timer will be showing the color cards, but the second timer will have the video on saying it's timer, and that person will do, both these people will have to be co-host. So in case they need to mute the person, they need to be co-host as well. Now, as a host, there's a new feature which has been added in Zoom recently. That is, you can change the view, the gallery view. You rearrange the videos of the participants. As a participant also, I can rearrange however I want, but as a host, I can forcefully rearrange the participants' videos. This is something that has been added now. Only thing is, all the participants need to have their Zoom updated. So what you can tell all your members is to update the Zoom before joining in, and then ask them to be on gallery view so that everyone can view all the videos. Make sure that the contestants, all the debaters, the 6 debaters, the timers and the moderators leave their videos on throughout the debate, throughout the session of the debate, but mute accordingly. Now these are some of the things that you can do, and how to do the rearranging for a view from the host perspective. Now instead of this, earlier we used to have the speaker view and the gallery view on top. Instead of that, we are having a view right now. It's a written view. When you click on that view, you have either you can go to speaker view and then gallery view. Now, when you start changing the orders, you will get two more options saying that follow host order, video order, or release video order. When you go and click on follow host video order, all your participants will have the same video order. And then when you want to release the video order, you can just release it and it will go back to the same old the order which was there before that. So you're just trying to make sure that all the affirmative team is together, their videos are together, the negative team's videos are together. It's just trying to organize it. That's it. So after this, now we come to the speaker view. Okay, now you can also tell the participants so that they don't have to see everybody. You can ask them to hide non-video participants. So only the required videos are on their screen. So how do you do that? You go and ask them to click on any video which is not on. Go and click on the three dots, and there is an option for hide non-video participants that you can also try out right now, and you can hide non-video participants. So in the gallery view, it will be arranged according to the host's video order, plus you will not see any non-video participants. So this will be good for, that it will have that aesthetic one, a feel of debate which will happen. Now, the screen and all will look the same. Where whoever is there on the screen, we will have them. You can go and I'll just quickly go through the normal settings of a meeting. That which applies to the debate as well. You can mute, unmute. You can go and stop the video of any participant whom you don't want to. But by mistake, people will start their videos because they love to see themselves. So what you can do is these three dots that are there on each participant window, you can go and stop the video. Remember, if the video is stopped by the host will have to go and start the video. Otherwise, they will not be able to start unless you are a co-host. Now, the normal rules apply. If you want to enable the waiting room, you can share, allow the participant to share screen, chat, rename, unmute themselves. You don't give the participants the option, only the debaters. Now here, then you have to remember, then all the debaters will have to be made a co-host. So that is something that you have to take a decision. Either you make them all a co-host, or otherwise you have to allow the participants to unmute themselves. Or otherwise the Zoom master will have to go and unmute them at each point. Whenever the speaker is coming on, they have to be very alert. Now, as a Zoom master, what I learned is you have to be very, very alert and observant. Here, you don't have to put the spotlight on that speaker, but you have to go and unmute the person. And also make sure that nobody else switches on that video. So these are as a Zoom master or as a contest organizer, you have to make sure that the speakers are unmuted at the right moment. Nobody shares and nobody starts chatting. Now the chat option also, okay, one second. Yeah, chat option also, you can restrict them during the debate. While the debate is going on, you don't give them any option to chat publicly or privately because it's very disturbing for everybody. Now, and muting also. Now you can always go and press on the mute participants upon entry. So any new person who comes in will be muted. Then don't allow the participants to unmute themselves. You can untick that, allow the participants to rename themselves, and then play sound when someone joins. Always please make sure that it is not on, otherwise it will be disturbing. And then enable waiting room. Now these are some of the common things that we do in a normal meeting as well. So this has to be followed in a debate contest as well. So what are the key differences? We have 6 or 7 people, 8 people to be, 9 people to be precise, including the moderator whose videos will be on. Others videos, whenever they come on, you can just close it. And the recording will be taken off the gallery view. So it will have all the videos. Now we move on to the, excuse me. Now this is, usually we have the first round where the contestants already know the topic. They have already prepared for the topic. Now, for the second round, when they're given a topic and they have only 15 minutes to prepare, you have to provide them with a breakout room. And that is where this option comes in. As a host, you have the privilege to open a breakout room. Down, you can see that particular one icon is there. Once you click on that, you can go and open a breakout room. You can create a breakout room. It's always better to create a breakout room manually so that you can go and click on the people whom you want to transfer them to breakout room. Now, what you can do is you can do the, either you have a breakout room separately for all contestants together first, so that they will be given the topic there, because this isn't a live meeting. So you'll be given the, call everybody, the chief judge, the moderator, and all 6 contestants together in one breakout room first. And then you give them the topic, tell them to, they take the for and against, and also, and then from there you move them to the 2 different breakout rooms. So you can decide on maybe 3 breakout rooms to be open. And once you create and decide on the number of breakout rooms, you can go and click on manually and then click on create breakout rooms. Now you can rename the breakout rooms so that, the common room, you can say that judges room or common room. You can say the affirmative team. Then the third breakout room, you can name it as negative team. Now, once you create the breakout rooms, now you can start assigning the people. So when in the beginning, you will be assigning all of them to one room where they'll go and take the lot for and against. Or if you want to do it in the main meeting room itself, it's okay. So once you just do all that, you can start assigning them to the affirmative teams to the particular breakout room. And once you've done, this is how it will, the entire list of participants will be listed when you are trying to assign, and you can go and tick whoever you want. And then once you're done with all that, then open all rooms. The breakout rooms will be open for everybody. And they will get, the participants will get a message saying, join breakout room. So once they join the breakout room, you will be able to see, this is how the message comes for all the contestants. Join breakout room. They have to go and press on yes. So now, as a host, you will be able to see who all have joined, who all are there, because it will be in green. The others will be in gray. You can go and remind them to please join the breakout room. They'll get exactly 10 minutes or 15 minutes to prepare. Now you can tell them that by that time is up, or 10 minutes or 15 minutes is up. You can always broadcast a message which will be broadcasted to all the breakout rooms. And then once the time is up, you can just close the rooms. So this is all about the breakout rooms, and they will be returning to the main session. Now, as a co-host, now who all has to be made a co-host? That is another question. So the main chief judge has to be made a co-host, plus the moderators and the timers. These people are it's very important that you make them a co-host. Now in the settings, the main setting of the Zoom which you are going to use, you have to make sure that the breakout room facility is also open and the co-host facility is also open. So that has to be done in the settings before you start the meeting. And then once the breakout room is open, the co-host can go and join any of the breakout rooms. That is one facility that the co-host can do, but only the host can open or close the breakout rooms and assign people. So now let's quickly go to what kind of device can you use. It's better to always use the laptop and have the app downloaded on the laptop. As a Zoom master, it is better because only then the app will be, that is the app which you are going to update 5.3, and this has all these new features. And every time, at least every month, just check for updates, so because you never know, there are no new enhanced features which are available now. Now you have to tell your contestants how to speak in front of a camera. Make sure that the lighting is proper. It shouldn't be from behind, or it shouldn't be like one side of your face is lit. It has to be uniform. So have the sunlight in front of your face. The room light, make sure that the room light is also equally lit. Now, eye contact. How do you speak? you might be having your notes, but still you have to have that eye contact with the audience. And then the camera position, you can make out that it should be straight. It shouldn't be from bottom. You shouldn't be speaking to the audience or up to the audience, but it should be on your eye level. And the spacing of your video should also be right. Now, this is the part that I think, yes, I think I have almost covered everything that is related to the debate. So we will take any questions during the question answer session. Over to you, Anup.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharon, for providing that crisp advice on how to conduct debates online. Surely it will be helpful for all the clubs and participants and the organizers. So let us give a huge round of applause to both our trainers today, Toastmaster Sami and Toastmaster Sharon. Now we will move on to the Q&A session. So if you have any questions, please do put it on the chat, and I will be happy to moderate it. So first, I think we had one question during Sami's segment. The question was from Toastmaster Khalid. He was talking about backup speakers. What is your advice on picking backup speakers? Because you had given 3 personas. One is the opening speaker, maybe a new Toastmaster, relatively confident. Then the rebuttal speaker was someone who is seasoned with the charisma. And finally, a seasoned Toastmaster who can summarize. But how do you go about selecting your backup speaker? Sami, you're muted.
Yeah, but you're the moderator. You read my lips and translate, right? I would always encourage my fellow Toastmasters to be alerted and respectful to each other. If you are a new member, you don't want to be told that you are a backup speaker. A new member joining the club, and you have so many members and everyone is participating, and you feel like, I want to give this role to this member, and you call the member and tell him you are going to be the backup speaker. That's not a role I would encourage a new member to be given, because a backup speaker is a role that is extremely important to fill in case someone is absent or late. And therefore, I always say that backup speaker should be one of the club mentors, one of the club leaders, who will always be there and care for others and can always step up to support. So you need to have a backup speaker that is going to go all the way with the same team. In order, if someone fell sick, if someone was late, stuck in traffic, if someone's Zoom account is somehow he doesn't have Wi-Fi, you need someone to step up and take over. But I would say, if you have a backup speaker, make sure he's part of the training, make sure he is part of the practice, and make sure he's rehearsing a lot with the team. Because backup or no backup, once he gets on the show, if he's not on his top form of performance, it won't get you the results you want to get. So thank you, Toastmaster Khalid, for bringing this up. The character of the backup speaker definitely must be prepared and aligned and well trained with the team, but I encourage him to be one of the senior members who can come up at last minute and support, rather than a new member who will be sitting idle, hoping or doesn't know whether he will be called or not.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sami. There's another related question. This is regarding going about how to pick your team to the next level. Do we pick the winning team, or do we pick the best opener, best rebuttal, best closer? So what are your thoughts on this, especially from a club point of view?
Yeah. First of all, you have the judging sheet showing who's the best among the speakers and who's the best team. So it's not about having who's the first. You want to get the most confident, ready to learn, dedicated members. members, if a member is going to put some time to practice, that's the member you want to represent your club. Not really the talented who says, I don't really need or see a need to practice. Like if I get Lionel Messi in my team and he says, I really don't need to practice, so you guys practice and let me know, I'll come and join you. It won't work, right? So you want a team member who's talented, but also the attitude should be positive. A team player who's committed to meet his team frequently and practice. I would not at all recommend that you pick someone because of his skills and you said, okay, Sami is the opener. He always the opener. He's always done the opening. That's not what I would anyways encourage at all. I would only say that an opener can always rebuttal, can he always be a closing. We always need to pick the right role for this contest, because at club level, I want to pick my team. But if that team is qualified and won, not the whole team is going to represent the club. If there is a weak point in that team, I need to find who can replace that weakness. But when I think, how can I replace that weakness? I need to think from an attitude point of view, ability to learn, ability to develop, not just Anoop is good with this, so I want him, because he's good in his debate. Now, when it comes for picking the right team, as we are practicing, some members with training, they'll get better than whoever won, right? So by practicing, you are going to reach at that moment of realizing, okay, I think Sami can do better in this role. You can change the rules. It's not a matter of speciality. Yeah, I hope I answered the question.
Thank you. Yes. Another question regarding the club debate contest. Do we reveal the topic in advance, or do we simulate the conditions in the higher levels for maybe in an area contest or maybe in the division level, of giving the topic maybe 10-15 minutes before the contest?
As I said earlier, the winning team is going to practice, right? The winning team, when they practice, they need to be given the practice of 15 minutes earlier. But at club level, you have members have not even done their icebreaker and they're given the choice to speak. I would say give them the topic in advance. Let them feel that full experience without the pressure of short in time. And then the winning team anyways is going to step up for the next level. Now just be careful when you are selecting a winning team in the club. It may not be the right team to represent your club. So have this open conversation with the members whom you think are marking low. For example, the opener was not that right opener for the contest, and the opponent team who lost has got really a nice guy who can add value to the club. It's a unity team. So you need to have a talk to that person who is the winning team and tell him, this situation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would you mind having you as a backup speaker and get this guy in your place? That conversation, that promising, that relationship always needs to be kept in mind. Because after all, it's not about telling someone, here is the fact, we have this, so you set out, we get this, and make a decision and move on. We have to respect emotions, we have to respect feelings. So we have to respect that a new member needs his time to build in the topic, so we give him more time. And then this new member needs time to understand that if he wins, he may not go to the next level. So after he wins, he cannot be told, by the way, Toastmaster Anoop, sorry to tell you, yes, your team win, but we are not going to send you because we will send someone else in your behalf. Someone senior, so that we can reserve. What you mean you're not proud of me? I'm the one who won, and you are not proud of me? No, actually, you know what? You have a lot of and ums, and we don't want that in that club. That style is going to hurt that person. It's going to have negative feedback. So always remember, you can always say what you want to say if you know how to say it.
Thank you. Thank you. Very valuable. Do we have any more questions? The floor is open. If anybody wants to ask, they can unmute and ask the question.
Okay, Anup, I will just add one point with what Sami just stated, or answering the question which has been highlighted by one of the members. Related to the topic, yes, it will be relieved on club, area, and division level for the first debates. So it will be relieved around 1 week in advance to give the support for everybody to prepare.
Okay. Thank you. Any more questions? Adnan? All right.
So that
I
means
think that's a
everybody is
wrap.
well and ready for Zoom.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And it was pleasure hosting this event for Area 48. I would like to thank upon our trainers for doing a fabulous job today, and also our area director, Toastmaster Hazem, for taking this initiative and planning this session. Thank you all, and I would like to now hand over the stage to our area director, Toastmaster Hazem Hegazi, for his closing address. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anup. Thank you, Toastmaster Sami, and thank you, Toastmaster Sharon. Thank you, everyone, for really making this happen. It will never happen without all of you, and even our lovely timer and our lovely session at times. Thank you, all of you, for being part of this session. As we all said here, what is our main objective is to excel our skills and to build up a lovely debate and to know how to learn how to debate. So selecting the right team, selecting the right member is not a matter of selection. It's a matter of encouraging and pushing each other to the edge, to participate and to take a role. A club to win or not to win, this is not the importance, not the objective. The objective is to learn and to push ourselves to the edge. With this, I would like to, if Stephen, the division director Stephen, is still with us, I would like to hear from you some few words about how you felt and what's your feedback about the session, if you're still with us.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hassan. Yes, I'm very much there. First of all, Sami, wonderful work in the beginning part of it. I love how you were roasting Anup in the middle of the whole thing. That was extremely well done. Just because he calls you sarcastic doesn't mean that you have to really show that you're really sarcastic, but well done. Sharon, to be very honest, I've heard you do this session multiple times, but today I was didn't know that we have to go to Zoom 5.3. I would encourage all the clubs to do that. Like Hazem had mentioned, we are going to have an area level debate contest as well as a division level debate contest. At the division level, we will only have the top 2 teams from each area competing. So I want to repeat that. Top 2 teams from each area will only be competing. So that means we will have 4 debates in the prelims, then 2 semifinals and 1 final. That's it. We are not doing the whole thing of waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning, waiting for the prelims to be done at the division level. Okay, so if you guys need any help at all with regards to conducting the debate, please do contact Hazem, Anup, Sami, the area team. And I want to thank Hazem, great initiative. This was absolutely his baby. Wanted to do something in terms of contest preparation. And next week, I believe we are going to have a session which is going to be done by Area 49, where just as how Sami spoke about each and every speaker components, what should opening speaker do, rebuttal speaker and closing speaker, we're going to have the best of the best, DTM Sandeep, DTM Vijaya, DTM Saumya, talk in detail about each and every speaker. So I request all the members who are here, all 17 to 20 of you, to come for that session, and we'll have a blast for that. But in the end, I just want to say great job, Anup, wonderful host as always. Hazem, great leadership. Sami, always a pleasure to hear you speak. Sharon, great job, and thank you so much to each and every. And Avina, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name well. Great job that you took up the timer role, and also kudos to Saumya, who apparently has left, right? I think Saumya has left. I think it's the first time I'm hearing her speak. Great job, Hazem, bringing her to the fore in an area level event. Good job, and she did a fantastic job. So thank you, everyone, and back to you, Hazem, to close the meeting.
Thank you. Thank you, Division Director Stephen, and thanks to all. And as we said, we'll be having another session next on 3rd of October to go a little bit more into details of all the skills, which will be organized by Area 49. And following that, you will see a lot and a lot mock debates in many of the clubs. We'll keep announcing, we'll keep pushing all the announcements on WhatsApp. Please, please, please go and have a look. Go and witness what's going on to prepare for your debate. Thanks a lot. And with that, I would like to close this session and open the stage for everyone to talk.
Can we have a group picture?
Yes, please. Can we put the gallery? Okay, I can do the clicking, but we would like to have everybody's cameras on, please.
Hazem, are you taking the pictures? If you can.
Just a second. I'm just waiting everybody to open.
Sami will have a neck problem. Take it very fast.
You know what he reminds me of? The world champion of public speaking this year, Mike Carr. He did something like that.
We have few of you still not on camera on. Meena, Bharata, Khalid.
$180 smile or 360-degree?
Sami, this is not a video, right?
I don't know which one will be the lucky pose.
Okay, I'm done, guys. Thank you all. Wishing you a good afternoon.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Firoz, say hello.
Hey, Firoz,
He's in
Ian.
desert, huh?
Oh, hi, bye.
Bye-bye.
In fact, I was moderating a debate today morning. I mean, now I just logged out from that
Which one?
1 hour back. In Ajman Narrators
Ah,
club
okay.
contest.
Okay.
Varata was there as well. She was
Okay.
one of the judge.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting us know.
Bye, guys. See you.
Bye.